and welcome to Cook in a Box module, Foccacia Bread. The first thing you'll need to do is turn on your oven and preheat it to 180 degrees. Grab out all the trays and line them with the baking paper. Kids, the first thing you'll need to do is grab some equipment. You will need one of these plastic water cups and a paddle pop stick for mixing. The first thing we need to do is make the liquid that is going to form our bread. And we are going to measure in 2 tablespoons of warm water. Make sure when you're measuring your water that your measuring spoon is not underfilled and nice and level up to the top. 2 tablespoons of water. Into the liquid, we also need to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of our yeast. To get our yeast activated, we need to feed it, and that's where the sugar comes in. Again, 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar, nice and level, into your liquid with the yeast and water. Give it a stir with your paddle pop stick, and we're going to let the yeast activate for a couple of minutes while we measure our dry ingredients. Kids, you'll need to come and grab a mixing bowl next to make our dough in. The first thing we're going to measure in is 1/4 of a cup of plain flour. And just like our liquids, we need to ensure we have a nice level cup measure. So don't overfill it or underfill it. Once you've measured your flour, we're going to come back to our liquid, and we need to add our liquid in with our flour. So make a little well in the middle of your flour and then pour in your yeast liquid into the flour. Grab your paddle pop stick and give it a stir, and you'll see it starts to come together into your ball of dough. Once your dough has come together, take a little pinch of your flour and sprinkle it on your bench in front of you. Tip out your dough, and we're going to knead it gently just with our fingertips, flipping it over. If it gets a bit sticky, you can add a little more flour, not too much. And we're going to knead it gently for about 1 minute. Once you have finished kneading your dough, pass out the baking trays into your groups. Place your dough onto the baking tray that's lined, and we're going to shape it into a triangle, just using your fingers like this. Grab your paddle pop stick again, and we're going to pop some holes in the top of your focaccia. Once your focaccias have baked, this is how they'll look, delicious and golden. Be careful, the trays will be hot. Students can come up and take a focaccia and eat and enjoy. So happy focaccia bread making from Get Kids Cooking.